Congratulations, Mr. Bhatt, for a grand display of laminate products in this edition of DOMOTEX. Can you explain a little bit about your experience with this edition?
Mr. Shanti, first of all, thank you for calling me by the last name, but you know, we're all friends, we're all one industry, and so please call me Thomas, that would be nice.
Okay, thank you, Thomas. Can you explain a little more?
Well, we're having a great show again. I mean, you've been here many times in China. You understand the market probably really well now. There's a lot of changes in the industry. Things are developing. The market becomes more mature. People understand what's going on. Changes on products, changes on looks. That's what is going on this year.
Mr. Thomas, can you tell, you being the pioneer and mentor to the flooring industry in China, can you explain what are the trends that are moving presently?
Well, I think there's some major trends going on. First of all, I think everybody knows that there is a major trend towards LVT. LVT is basically a solution to certain disadvantages of laminate flooring, and people tend to an alternative, a new product. People tend to believe much more in than something that has actually just a few weaknesses. Personally, I think laminate is good. But anyway, we're also on the LVT boat. LVT boat is going very fast. Areas with the high humidity, like in India and all that, are actually quite good for LVT. They can handle water. They're less quiet, more quiet. So LVT has certain big advantages, and you can see that it has taken a lot of market share. Our business is booming in LVT. Some markets are earlier than the other, but I think it's a clear trend that is going on from moving from product categories.
I was just told during this exhibition that people are trying to sandwich LVT on wood, LVT on composite panels, so as to make a composition of that. Do you think it is going to be a better option?
It's a very good question. Basically, what you're referring to is what we call hybrid floors. So they use a wood plastic composite floor, and they will put an LVT on top of that. And of course, the idea is that it replaces, it also is a possible solution for uneven subfloors. An uneven subfloor is a problem in many countries. With LVT making it very thin. The disadvantage of a very thin floor is that you may have that you may see the marks after a while through the LVT. So hopefully, with a very strong subfloor, that's the solution. Now they are working with wood plastic composites, WPC, or vinyl, or vinyl with wood dust. So this is a new industry again. And I think you can expect that this is going to go through major changes again and major developments. So I think in the next couple of years we're going to be talking about that more.
So this means the flooring industry is changing drastically from various composite materials.
Exactly. So HDF of course has advantages, but HDF has also disadvantages. I think the fact that has not been a real solution for that the last couple of years has really opened up the market for alternatives. So for sure this is happening. I think markets like India, the challenge is that when you look at an LVT floor, that people are still concerned about the floor. The feeling of walking on a plastic floor is kind of something that is hard to accept. But the reality is that actually when a good LVT floor is down, the reality is actually that people don't know it's a plastic floor. So it's basically the lady itself, the consumer buying the product is worried about it. Once it's down, the people who come to your store, they won't even see it.
Now the economy, we say all over the world that the global economy is improving. What are your feelings and what you see 2015 and 16?
Well, I think it's still, let's say that you could clearly say, if you look at the United States as the key market in the world, clearly the market is improving, but it's not very clear. Like for example, I hear that the first quarter has been quite weak this year. I think what you see right now is that the market is tired of complaining. What you see is that the last couple of years, people are like, don't complain anymore. You know, it's time to get better again. The problem is, so that's a positive thing because psychology in economy is so important, but it's not solid yet. So I'm expecting that by the end of this year, it's going to be solid increase, solid improvement. it's just not going to be pure emotional. I think at this stage, it's still too much based on emotions.
Thank you, Thomas, and we hope that 2015, as you told, will be a really wonderful year for we all. Thank you.
I'd like to say hello to everybody in India. You guys are a wonderful country. You're a warm society. We all looking up to you guys, and I would say come to see us in China here. We would love to welcome you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Thomas, and we hope that one day Lamek will have a factory in India.
That's exactly what we have been discussing, and we should go further.
Thank you, Thomas. Thank you.